Assalamu alaikum. So if you haven't watched my previous video which was about transitive and intransitive verbs, then please go and watch it because this video is directly connected to it. Okay. So before the video starts, I wanted to inform that I will be starting to teach surf on this channel. Okay. So I have a particular Arabic book, so I am going to teach from it, and also inshallah I will try to upload videos on Nahwu. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to it. Okay. So anyway. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we just did: al fail, al lazim, that is intransitive, and al fail al mutaaddi. Okay, so from fail al mutaaddi you get two more kinds of verbs, that is Maroof or Ma'lum, both mean the same thing. Okay, Maroof and Ma'lum both means the same thing, that is active voice verbs, and Majhool, which basically means passive voice verbs. Okay, so active voice and passive voice verbs are only made from fail al mutaaddi. Okay, you can't make it from fail al lazim. So here I wrote translation: Maroof or Ma'lum, active voice; Majhool, passive voice. And similarly, like I did before, I wrote basically my own definition. Okay, which can be 100% wrong according to English grammar standards. Maroof, Ma'lum, active voice. So similarly, like before, I wrote a small definition of my own which can be 100% wrong according to English grammar standards. Okay, so Maroof or Ma'lum, that is active voice, a verb whose subject, doer or file is mentioned along with its object. We will get back to this in a minute. And Majhool, that is passive voice, a verb whose subject, doer or file is omitted or not mentioned, and instead its object act as its deputy subject. Okay, in Arabic we call it naib file. So fail al maroof or Ma'lum, that is active voice, is basically a verb in which the person who performed the action is mentioned. Okay, while in Majhool, that is passive voice, the person performing the action is omitted for various number of reasons. Okay, instead you just focus on the action done rather than the person who did it. Okay, so here I wrote few examples of Maroof, Ma'lum, that is active voice, like Shariba Fawazun al Bepsi al Bipsi. Okay, which basically means Fawaz drank Pepsi. So here Shariba is your verb, that is drank. Fawazun is your file, that is the person who performed the action of drinking. Okay, so Fawaz is file here, and he is mentioned, that's why it is active voice. And what did he drink? Al Bepsi. Okay, this is fail mutaddi. Now let's suppose that this particular glass of Pepsi was in fridge or was on table. Okay, and it belonged to someone else. I came and I drank it. Okay, now the person to whom this Pepsi had belonged comes and asks, who drank this Pepsi, and asks, where is my Pepsi? Okay, and he angrily asks, where is my Pepsi? Okay, so you want to say that someone drank it, but you don't want to mention yourself. You don't want to say that you drank it. Or let's suppose Fawaz is your friend and you don't want to mention that he drank it. So what you will do is you will omit Fawaz, that is file subject, and you will make few changes to the verb, like add dhamma to the first letter and kasra to the second letter. If it already had kasra, then the kasra will reveal. So Shuribal Bipsi, okay, which means Pepsi was drunk. So the passive voice of drank, drink is drunk. Okay, so you can Google it. Okay, I have done my research. So passive voice of drink or drink in English is drunk. So I will say Pepsi was drunk. Okay, so what I did is I basically hit the person who performed the action. Now the focus is only on the thing being done, that is drunk. So in this case, al bipsi, which was originally an object, that is maf'ulun bihi, takes the role of file and is called naib file. Okay, and it will also take the harkat of file. Okay, which I will explain you in the next sentence. Kataba al mudarrisu darsa, which means the teacher wrote the lesson. Okay, kataba is your verb, al mudarrisu is the person who wrote it, that is file. Ad darsa is your subject, that is maf'ulun bihi, that is the lesson. Okay, so here the person who performed the action is mentioned and he is marfu, because file will always be marfu. And ad darsa is your object, that is maf'ulun bihi, and it is mansub because maf'ulun bihi will always be mansub. Now for any particular reason, you basically don't want to mention the person who wrote it. Okay, you just want to stress all the thing being done, that is the lesson. So you will basically remove the file and you will make few changes to the verb, like add dhamma at kaf and add kasra at the second letter. Okay, the harkat of last letter will remain the same. So kutibat darsu, the lesson was written. Okay, so this is passive voice. You basically remove the person who performed the action. Okay, for various reasons which you might have. Okay, so in this case, ad-darsu, which was originally maf'ulun bihi, that is object, and whose original halat was nasab, that it had fatha ending. Okay, But here, because you remove the file, the object will now take the place of file and will be called naib file, that is deputy file. Okay, and it will also take the harkat of file. Okay, so from ad-darsa it became ad-darsu because now it is acting as a file. So the our stress in this sentence is the lesson, okay, not the person who did it. So I hope that this video was beneficial. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. Inshallah I will try to answer it, and inshallah very soon I will be starting and inshallah very soon I am going to start teaching Arabic grammar from particular Arabic books. Okay, I have an Arabic book for Sarf and also for Nahu, that is syntax. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it, and if you find it beneficial, then please share it. It will encourage me to make more videos more often. And anyway, I will try to stress the point which I mentioned at the very early of the video, that I am new to these kind of short videos on specific topics. Okay, so I hope to get better at it. Assalamu alaikum.